Imagine an ocean where sharks are at the top of the food chain. In fact, in this ocean, sharks are little more than a snack. 360 million years ago, Earth's waters were ruled by a living tank, a beast with armor plating for skin and self-sharpening bone blades for teeth. This is Dunkleosteus. For decades, we thought it was a 30-foot sea monster, but recent science has just shrunk the dunk, and strangely, it made this predator even more terrifying. Today, we're diving into the age of fishes to meet the original super predator. To understand Dunkleosteus, we have to travel back to the Devonian period. Often called the age of fishes, the world looked very different then. The oceans were an evolutionary laboratory. Vertebrates finally stepped up, taking the throne from giant sea scorpions and cephalopods that had ruled for eons. Dunkleosteus was a placoderma class of fish defined by their plate skin. They were the first jawed vertebrates to reach massive sizes, and they did it by wearing their skeletons on the outside of their heads. For over a century, if you walked into a museum, you'd see a Dunkleosteus reconstruction that looked like an elongated, armored shark stretching nearly 33 feet. But there was a problem. We only have fossils of the head and the thoracic armor. The rest, it was all guesswork based on smaller relatives. In 2023, researcher Russell Engelman published a study that rocked the paleontology world. By using a new method of measuring the orbitoopercular length, basically the distance from the eye to the back of the head, he realized our proportions were all wrong. Instead of a long, sleek eel-like body, the real Dunkleosteus was much shorter, around 11 to 14 feet long. But here's the kicker: it didn't lose any weight. It was just compact. Imagine a fish built like a literal wrecking ball. It had the body shape of a modern tuna, one of the fastest, most powerful swimmers, but with a mouth twice the size of a great white's. Let's talk about those teeth. Except, they aren't teeth. Dunkleosteus didn't have enamel-covered pegs like we do. Instead, it had massive, exposed bony plates. As the fish opened and closed its mouth, these plates rubbed against each other, staying razor-sharp through a process called self-sharpening. Using biomechanical modeling, scientists found that Dunkleosteus had a unique jaw mechanism. It could snap its mouth open in just 20 milliseconds. This created a vacuum that sucked prey right into its gullet. But once those jaws closed, the force was astronomical, estimated at over 6,000 newtons, 1,300 pounds at the tip, and even higher at the back. It didn't just bite, it sheared. It could cut through the armor of other placoderms, and even crunch through the primitive skeletons of early sharks. What did it eat? Anything it wanted. Fossils found in the Cleveland Shale of Ohio show that Dunkleosteus shared the water with early sharks, like Stethecanthus, the one with the ironing board fin. But here's a dark secret. Some of the best evidence for Dunkleosteus's bite force comes from the skulls of other Dunkleosteus. We've found armor plates with massive puncture marks that perfectly match the fangs of its own species. In the Devonian deep, it was a fish-eat fish world, and even your own family wasn't off the menu. So, if they were so powerful, where did they go? About 358 million years ago, the Devonian ended with a whimper, not a bang. A series of extinction events, likely caused by climate change and dropping oxygen levels, wiped out nearly 97% of all vertebrate species. The placoderms, with their heavy armor and specialized lifestyle, couldn't adapt. They left the throne vacant, allowing the smaller, more agile sharks and bony fish to evolve into the masters of the sea we know today. Dunkleosteus might be shorter than we once thought, but it remains one of the most incredible experiments. It was the first true apex predator of the vertebrate world. A 4-ton armored wrecking ball that proved having jaws was the ultimate cheat code for survival. What do you think of the new chunky Dunkleosteus? Do you prefer the classic 30-foot monster or this new high-speed wrecking ball? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into Earth's ancient history. See you in the next era.